or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lisa and welcome to today's video. I'm so excited for this one. We are going to be talking about very specific gifts that you can give to your bookish friends. This is the ultimate specific holiday gift guide for your bookish friends. If you're anything like me, you don't plan in advance, so far in advance where you get everything on Black Friday. So this video is coming out after Black Friday. This is for the people out there who are like me, who don't plan in advance, but still want their gifts for other people to be very thoughtful, well thought out, and very specific for your bookish friends' holiday needs. So I'm going to be sharing each thing that I've come up with. If you want to see the comprehensive guide with the descriptions of everything and the links for everything, you can check out my template on Notion that will have all of the links for everything that I talk about in this video. With the holidays coming up, it can be hard to keep track of all of the things that you have to do. Your meetings, your holiday parties, the people to check in with, the gifts that you need to get for people, and the things that are on your holiday list. Notion is your solution to keep yourself organized and feeling ready to finish 2023 with a bang. You can create calendars, lists, templates, track your to-dos, start new projects, and manage all of your tasks. I use Notion to create this holiday gift guide, and it's so easy to use. When you use my link in the description below, you can try Notion for free using my link. Thank you to Notion for sponsoring today's video. Let's get straight into this list. This first one is for your bookish friend who forgets every single thing that they read. I have people in my life like this. You know who you are, where they will read a book and forget everything they read in like 2 days. I have the perfect solution, and it is getting them some annotation tabs and some pens. So you can get these at Michael's, you can get them at Amazon, you could get like so many different colors so that they can color coordinate their annotation tabs with the cover of the book, which I think would be really cute. And you can get them really cute highlighters that are not just like Sharpie ones that they get at the store. I've put the links in the Notion template for some ideas for that. So you could get them some annotation tabs and some pens so that they can highlight, tab their books, and remember what they read. The next one is for the person who loves to color coordinate their books or who loves to decorate their bookshelves by rainbow, by color, or whatever. This is a Pantone bookmark. I saw this creator on TikTok who creates the Pantone colors, like the color of the ACOTAR covers, and she does the Pantone name and number for each of the books and does like a bookmark. I'll put the picture here so you can see what I'm talking about. But she's done ACOTAR and Harry Potter, and they're so cute and so unique. So if you have someone in your life that really loves those specific series, this is a really cute idea. You can also get them bookmarks for like anything that they really like. I would love to get bookmarks. I only have one that I use. If I'm using one, I can't use it for another book. If I'm reading 2 books at a time, I just like, I don't know, I hate dog-earing my books. A bookmark is such a good gift for your bookish friends. But I thought those Pantone bookmarks were very unique, and I wanted to share those in particular. The next one is for the bookish friend of yours that keeps buying books, even though they have books at home that they haven't read. You know who you are. And that is a TBR cart. These carts you can get on Amazon. I've seen them at Michael's too, but they're like little tiered bookshelves that you can, they're mobile, so you can move them around, and you can put this like in your room, and you can put all of the books that you haven't read yet that are on your TBR on this cart, and you can just remind them of all the books that they already have, that they wanted to read at some point that they haven't read yet. And this is just such a good gift if they don't have one of these already. The next one is an obvious one, but this is for your bookish friend who prefers to read books over 600 pages and or loves to read on the go, and that is the classic, the well-loved Kindle. There are so many options of Kindles that you can get. When I got my Kindle, I got like a 2019 version for like $60. So there's a lot of options out there, and you can get them at all price ranges, all sizes, but it's so nice. If anyone asks if I recommend a Kindle, I always say yes, because it's so small. It's like the size of my phone. You can put it in your purse. You can take it everywhere. I feel like I read a lot faster on the Kindle, especially for the people who love to read giant books but don't like to lug them around. The Kindle is perfect for that. The next one is for your bookish friend who doesn't have enough reader friends in their life. You can get them a subscription to my book club / author club, or this is for your bookish friend who has been saying that they want to write a book but haven't gotten to it yet. and you can get them a subscription to my book club. The link will be in the description below, but this is for your bookish friends who want to talk about books with people who don't really have friends in their life that they can talk to about books, and this is perfect for that. I also have the author club, so if you haven't seen my video describing all of that, you can go check that out, but you could get them a subscription to my book/author club. It's perfect, and it's very inexpensive gift that you can give them. The next one is for your bookish friend who has retired their old party ways, and now they spend Saturday nights as cozy as possible in bed reading on their Kindle, and that is to get them a Kindle arm that kind of comes out from the side of their bed and holds their Kindle in front of them so that they don't even have to hold it. And you can also get them a remote so they can really get cozy and just like remote their Kindle from their place, and it just gets them as cozy as possible. But I'm just envisioning your friend who used to go out partying every single weekend and has retired their ways to this lifestyle of reading your Kindle at night on a Saturday night, and that's getting them the arm and the remote, and I'll put the link in there as well. The next one is for your bookish friend who already has a Kindle but loves to eat or throw their Kindle around in their purse, or just like loves to eat while they read, and that is getting them a Kindle cover. As you can see, my Kindle is very naked, but you can get them a Kindle cover. You just want to make sure that whatever cover you get is going to match their Kindle because they're not all the same. And it's just a really nice gift because then you can really customize your Kindle, which I have gift ideas for. Stay tuned for that. But you could get them a cover, you could get them a cute one, you could get them a clear one, and then they can decorate it themselves. And getting a cover for them, especially because look, mine's all scuffed up. I don't know if you can see, but mine's scuffed up. So if you know what size your friend's Kindle is, that is a really good gift idea. The next one is for your friend who reads physical books but still likes to eat while they read, and that is getting them a book sleeve or some book clear film wrapping. Clear film wrapping, my dad does it for his hardbacks. It gives him life, it gives him purpose, but he likes to wrap all of his hardback books. He did this one for me, and it just like keeps it clean, so you can get them those if they like to read and eat at the same time, or like really likes their books to be really clean like me. You can get them one of the like these, they're really inexpensive. You can go on Amazon and look for them. And then I've been seeing a lot of like Etsy shops that do embroidered covers that are so cute, and you can customize them. That's a really great option if you want it to be like a cute thing that they can just slip their book in and take it on the go. On the same note of getting them a Kindle cover, this is for your bookish friend who is usually obsessed with something and like always talking about it, or wants to like show off what their current obsession is with everybody in the world. I am very much like this, but you can get them Kindle stickers or just like bookish stickers in general. I would love to get this gift because it's so like unique and cute and inexpensive, and you can just use the stickers everywhere. You can use it on the back of your Kindle, especially if you have a cover. There are so many Etsy shops that do all different types of stickers, and I think it's cute. You can get them a bunch, and they can be themed to whatever series that they love, and it's perfect. The next one is for your bookish friend who loves to set the mood while they're reading, and that is getting them a candle. You can get like a general book club or library candle. General ones that say library or book club, or those are really cute. But the ones that I have my eye on for gifts for people are getting them like the ones that smell like particular book boyfriends. Hot, or they smell like a trope. Briarwood candles is the link that I put in there, and those look so cute because there's like a raisin candle, there's like a found family candle. So cute. You can get them a very specific one if you know their specific book desires, like recent. This next one is for your bookish friend who likes to go book shopping more than they actually like to read, and that is getting them a Barnes & Noble or Amazon gift card. You can use the Amazon gift card to buy books through your Kindle, which I think is really helpful. If you know that they only like to read on the Kindle, you can just get them an Amazon gift card, and it works for buying books on your Kindle. Or if you know somebody who just loves to go to Barnes & Noble, you can get them a gift card, and they like, I would love that. I would love that gift because then you don't feel restricted saying like, oh, I have to use my own money for this book. You can get them a gift card, and they would love that full experience for themselves. On that same line, this next one is for your bookish friend who likes to do book hauls more than they like to do one book at a time when they go shopping. And that is getting them a bookish tote. You can get them just like a general tote, or you can get them a cute one that has books on it. I found this really cute one that says, "I'm with the band," and it has a bunch of band books on it. So if you know that one of your friends likes band books or likes edgy books, that's a perfect gift. You can get them a tote that works with whatever they love the most. This next one is such a special gift. This is if you want to splurge a little bit more. This is for your bookish friend who will read the same series over and over and over because it's their comfort read, or somebody who loves collector's items, and that is getting them a special edition of their favorite book, or getting them like collector's items of their favorite books. I've known about this one company, Juniper Books, which I put the link in the Notion template. I found out about it like 10, maybe like 8 years ago, and they're so cute. They have a series where the whole series together makes this picture, and they create very beautiful special edition collector's items books, and I got them for my parents one year and they loved it. So that's a really great gift if you want to splurge a little bit more. This next one is for your bookish friend who records everything that they do. They take pictures of everything they do, they write down everything they do, and it is getting them a book journal, especially for 2024. I feel like this is a home run. You can get them a book journal where they can keep track of all the books that they read that year. Instead of just doing it on Goodreads, they can have kind of a special place where they can write down all of their book goals and their book desires that year. This next one is for your bookish friend who is very open-minded about books. They will try anything, they'll try a new genre, they're very open-minded, and that is getting them a blind date with a book. There's so many Etsy shops out there that do blind dates with the books. You can even just like kind of Google it and see, and you can like make your own, and it's like you wrap the book. You could also do this as an advent calendar and get them like 12 books and wrap all of them and just do like open one, you know, each day as it leads up to Christmas, if that's your thing. So that's a really good idea for somebody who's a little bit more open-minded about the books that they read, and that you can kind of get them anything and they'll read it. The next one is for your bookish friend who is building out their home library, and that is getting them a book stamp or a book embosser where you kind of stamp down the page in it. You can get them a customized one on Etsy that has their name. You can get them a stamp where they can put it inside of their books if they're building out their home library and like to kind of put their mark on all of their books. This next one kind of goes along with the blind date with a book idea, but this is for your bookish friend who needs a whole mood and vibe going before they start to read. They want a whole ass vibe before they read, and that's getting them just like a book basket. You can put in a basket a book, a candle, some stickers. You can put kind of everything that I've already mentioned in a basket and make it like unique and cute just for them, and it's a little bit more personalized in DIY. This next one is also for your friend who likes to have a whole vibe going, but in the bathtub, and that's getting them one of those trays or like caddies that go in the bath and that have like the stand for your book, who likes to read in the bath. And I think that's a really great gift idea if they don't already have those, and they can feel really bougie having that caddy and reading in the bath. This is for your bookish friend who has a pop socket on their phone but not on their Kindle, and that's getting them a pop socket. I found a really cute one that says always reading or something like that. There are pop sockets out there that would just be so great, like it just to help them hold their Kindle a little bit easier with that pop socket. I love pop sockets. They're so great. I don't know how anyone functions without them, but that was another idea that I put in there. Everyone's gonna think that this is me asking for everyone's gonna think this is for me asking for gifts for my naked ass Kindle, but it's not, I promise. The next gift idea is for somebody who loves to decorate their bookshelves, and that's getting them these little plastic book displays so that they can kind of put certain books on display and make it look more kind of like a little library. I think that's a really cute idea that they don't have quite yet because they're still building out their cute bookshelves, and they want to put some on display to make it look a little bit more elevated. The next one is if you want to splurge on your bookish friend who needs a place to read that isn't their bed, because all they do is read in bed and then fall asleep because they're reading in bed. And that is getting them a reading chair. And you can find all types of reading chairs that could be comfortable. You want to get something that's super cozy. super workable, that fits in their space. You kind of have to get the details from them on that and where it could go in their home, but getting them a nice reading chair is such a nice gift if you're willing to splurge a little bit more on your bookish friend. The last one that is a non-book gift idea is for your bookish friend who likes to read until 2 a.m. in the morning, or who has a partner that sleeps before they are ready to turn off the lights. And that's getting them a book light. And I found a cute one on Amazon that like goes around their neck that's really interesting, so it just kind of points down to the book. That's a different way of, in case like the book light on the book is a little too heavy. I always find that it's like a little cumbersome. I feel like the neck light is kind of a good idea, so that's a link I put in there. You can find all different types of lights that might work for them, but that's for your bookish friend who likes to read until 3 a.m. in the morning and who doesn't want to disturb the rest of the house. So that's my list for the non-book gift ideas for your bookish friends. The next ideas I have are for books that could be really safe bets. If you wanted to get your friend a book, you want to take that risk, you kind of know what their tastes are, and you're willing to take the risk and get them a book. I feel like it's hard to pick out a book for somebody else because, I don't know, if somebody gives me a specific book that I've never expressed wanting, I would rarely read it. So this is kind of, if you want to take that risk and get somebody a book that you know that they're gonna like, this is the list of books that I think would be really good gift ideas. If you have a bookish friend in your life who loves STEM romance, who is getting their graduate degree, who is a university professor, I would recommend anything by Ali Hazelwood. I read Love Theoretically this year and I absolutely loved it, and I feel like it's a really safe bet if you want to get somebody a romance book. I feel like it was such a beautiful romance. I loved the drama as she's kind of interviewing to get this role as a university professor, and she has her PhD and there's a lot of talk about being a woman in STEM. I feel like this is a really fun read if you have anybody in your life that would like that type of thing. The next book idea is for your friend who is struggling to transition out of a relationship or a friendship or a friend group and is kind of working through what it's like to move out of college or out of like your young 20s friendships. And that is Happy Place by Emily Henry. There's a lot of talk about just kind of growing up, moving past like the fun 20s and moving into kind of adulthood and what it's like to lose touch with those friends. And it's a really beautiful book, and I feel like and Emily Henry is usually a safe bet because a lot of people like her writing, and I felt like this was a pretty good book. It was what did I give it? Maybe a 3 stars, 3.5. I really did enjoy it though while I read it, and I think it's a really great book to give to somebody who's working through some of that stuff. The next one is for your bookish friend who loves an adrenaline rush and loves thrillers, and that is anything by Frida McFadden or Riley Sager. I think that Riley Sager's best book is The House Across the Lake. This was my favorite. It was so good. There were so many twists and turns on like every chapter. I loved it. And my favorite Frida McFadden book is probably either The Housemaid, if they haven't read it yet, or Never Lie. I thought those two were books that you could just fly through and really enjoy, and they're kind of well liked among a lot of people, so they're safe bets. The next one is for your friend who loves celebrities or celebrity memoirs, and that is The Woman in Me by Britney Spears. If they haven't read this memoir yet, I very much recommend it because I thought it was just so interesting to read about her whole life and like the early 2000s and what was actually going on in all of those really iconic moments that we saw Britney Spears in. Okay, bye Jasper. I really recommend that memoir. So if you know that they love Britney Spears and want to read that memoir, that's a really good bet. The next book is for your friend who hasn't read a book since The Hunger Games or Harry Potter, and they haven't read anything besides that, and they love Game of Thrones, and they love like really popular fantasy things, and they love to read a book when it's popular. And I think you know where I'm going with this. And it is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. If they haven't read it yet, it's a really great book for somebody who doesn't read very often or doesn't read fantasy very often because it's so easy to get into and it's just so fun. There are dragons in it, it's fantasy, there's spice in it. This is what I would recommend to anybody who wants to get into fantasy or who just like is in a reading slump or who hasn't read in a long time. This is a really great book for them. The next book is one that I haven't read yet, but I've heard amazing things about it. This is for your bookish friend who loves to learn about the book publishing drama, and it's Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I've heard great things about this book. It's like one of the nominees for the Goodreads book of the year, and one of my friends friends read it and absolutely loved it. This is for your friend who also really doesn't like romance or thriller, but likes more literary fiction books. I've heard great things about this book. The next book is another one that I haven't read, but I really want to because I've heard very good things about it, and it's a new book. So this book is for your bookish friend who loves romance and fantasy, and they want to read a new book, and they don't want to get into a whole new fantasy series. This is a standalone book, and it is Throne of the Fallen by I always mess this up. By Carrie Maniscalco, I think. I probably butchered it. But I've heard great things about this book. I've seen some out of context quotes on TikTok, and I'm so intrigued to read it. And it's a new one, so if you want to get them something new that maybe they haven't read because it's new, that's a really safe bet too. I'll read it along and with your friends, and we'll see if it's any good, but it sounds really fun and interesting, and it's a standalone, so you're not getting them locked into a whole fantasy series. The next one is for your bookish friend who wants the same feelings of Fourth Wing. Maybe they haven't found a book that is really like grabbing their attention the way that Fourth Wing did. They like romantasy, they like enemies to lovers, and they're okay with getting into a new series. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I have yet to read this one, but I've heard that it's very similar to Fourth Wing, where it's like enemies to lovers, it's fantasy, it's high stakes fantasy. It's really just a fast read because it's just so intriguing and you want to finish it right then and there. This is her debut novel, and it's just blown up on TikTok, so I highly recommend getting this for your friend who wants that Fourth Wing vibe. And the last book is for your friend who wants to try out spicy romance. Maybe they've been hearing all about how fun we're having on TikTok with our spicy romances, but they don't know where to start. They don't know where to go, and they're kind of intimidated by all of the options out there. I highly recommend It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Maybe you've seen this book 100 million times, but I feel like it's a really good starting place for somebody who wants to get into spicy romance but doesn't want like the really dark romance and just wants to test it out. I feel like the spice was so good in this book, but it wasn't like out of place. It was just went along with the story, and I felt like the story was so fun. And it's a cute cover, so it's not as intimidating compared to some of the other dark romance covers out there. It's not as intimidating to somebody who doesn't know this world, so that's a really safe bet. So those are all of my book ideas, bookish gift guide ideas for your friends who have very specific bookish needs. I hope that this helped you in your holiday gift buying process. And like I said, all of the links in the descriptions for everything will be in the Notion template, and you can copy it. I think you can like remix my template and do what you will with this template, and it's on Notion. Thank you again to Notion for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you're always up to date on my next video, and I hope you feel so elevated, and I'll see you next time. Bye!